Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about a little bit of a different topic than I usually do. Before I start explaining, I would like to apologize for the delay in the upload for this video. I have been sick for the past week and needed to re-record the entire voiceover, as well as feel well enough to actually edit this project. Anyways, with that out of the way, I will begin the video. With October on the horizon, I have decided to talk about more horror-related things leading up to Halloween, such as games, mods, ARGs, unfiction projects in general, and whatever else may come to my mind. So today, I have come up with 3 strange or unnerving channels for you guys to go and watch. I'll explain a little bit of the catalogs of each of these channels, and as such, I will highly recommend that you watch these channels before or after watching this video. Preferably beforehand. If you would enjoy me making more horror-themed content in the future, let me know. However, with that out of the way, I will begin the video. Before I get onto the actual main part of this, I would like to put out that as I've been writing this script, Nightmind has put out a video on Hollowbirds. And if you would like to go take a more in-depth look at it, I would highly implore you to do so. However, only after you finish watching this video. I need the watch time after all. Hollowbirds, or Alex Archives as the channel is called, currently has 2 projects up on it. One of them is a Ted the Caver series, and the other one being a series we will be talking about today, that series being Hollowbirds. I can't really go over all of it here, considering I want to keep this video still within a reasonable runtime, so I will only be going over a handful of videos before moving on to the next subject. Starting off with the first video in Hollowbirds titled New Teeth. We start off this first video with a reminder stating the following footage displays the first recorded case of a supposed successful conversion. Buyer's consideration is advised. Just after that, we cut to a car in the forest with a rather hard-to-hear radio stating that there was a security guard found knocked out near a corner of the park. Allow the rest of what he says to play out. After that, the camera falls down, and we get to have a quick look at who was actually driving the car. After a short bit, he steps out of the car, and for quite a while, he's walking around the forest until he stumbles into a co-worker with a high visibility vest on, searching with what seems to be some sort of blacklight. Later, he comes across a body laying on the floor with a purple shirt as he hears an inhuman noise. It seems to be just enough to make him start running. Now, I'm going to pause the video right now and say, you should go watch this video, and then return. If you don't want to and just want to hear me explain it, then that also works perfectly fine for me, and I cannot stop you from doing so. But I implore you to go watch it first, as I think that the full experience of the video is worth a blind viewing. Okay, you watched it? Amazing. Now we'll resume the video. Very briefly after we see the man in the purple shirt lying on the ground, we can hear a man screaming off in the distance, as he's presumably killed, with a pretty good indicator being the waving flashlight in the distance. Also very soon after that, we see the man in the high-vis vest, cut in half laying on the ground. I would absolutely love to applaud the effects used here, as they're very amazing. At least to me. After seeing whatever creature cut his co-worker in half, he runs back to his car. Now, I would usually describe this part and then skip ahead until something notable happens, but I feel showing would do far more justice for how well this scene is played out. I don't know about you, but for a YouTube web series, these certainly were some very impressive effects. Although, I will say, it is a little hard for me to take the stone sliding sound any bit serious. Especially after all of the memes with the exact same sound effect in it. With that aside, I would highly recommend that you go through this channel catalog, as all of the videos are just as high quality as this, and this Ted the Caver series is also a very interesting watch. Remember, all of these channels are linked in the description, so please go check them out. Now, this next channel is one that is far, far smaller. I found this channel with a friend while I was on a call, just watching YouTube with him. I don't think it's trying to say anything, but I thought it would be a neat inclusion on this list. This channel, of course, is called... Okay, I'm not going to try and pronounce that. But this channel isn't really that scary as much as it is just very strange. As a lot of their videos are just strange SpongeBob animations that are usually less than a minute. I could be entirely wrong and this can be some complex ARG I'm not picking up on, but I would say I'm pretty concrete in my belief that these are just strange animations. There isn't really much to dissect here, because the videos are so short and don't seem to really have any meaning. However, if you find something that says otherwise, tell me. I would love for this section to be a little bit longer, but I just don't see any way or reason to make it longer. So that means we will be moving on to our last and final subject. The Manticore Foundation is a channel I found while I was browsing r/arg to find some channels to look at for this video. This grabbed my eye when I initially looked into it because it gave off such a strange feeling to me. The channel itself isn't too big at all, sitting at around 240 subscribers, which, as embarrassing as it is to say, is around the same number I am currently sitting around. I joke, but seriously, I want this series to get more attention as it's clear that it has a lot of work put into it. Now, I haven't watched every video for this series in preparation for this video, I will admit, but from what I have watched, it is extremely intriguing. Its visuals stuck out to me quite a bit, being rather crude, almost like a 90s point-and-click adventure game. However, that isn't me trying to put it down. I find it quite charming, actually. As I have said before, I implore you, before I start digging into this one, please go check out the channel. They really do deserve the love. So strap in, this is going to be quite the ride. The very first video available to watch on the channel is titled Craig Soter, which I apologize if I butcher the pronunciation of that name, but it starts off in a dark room with a man talking on a tape who seems worried for someone named Jake, which I'll assume is the person who is watching said tape. But after that is when it ends up getting real interesting to me. I'll just let it play out for itself.
Do not fear, people of this world. I come not as an enemy, but as a voice in the dark, desperate to be heard. It has taken me great effort to reach your broadcast, to reach out to you, to send this message. I beg of you, listen. We, too, seek peace. We, too, seek life, though it may surprise you. We are not the monsters you've been led to believe. Every day, we are tormented, tortured, tossed. They have made us into the nightmares you fear. What choice have we been given? These humans. These people who claim to protect you, they twist us, break us, force us into violence. Not for your sake.
Now, while that's not the scariest introduction to a series I've seen, it is certainly an interesting one. The next few videos seem to be a camera feed of a house. You see what I mean? It looks like an old point-and-click adventure game. Anyways, the girl remarks to what I will assume is either her brother or friend, that her husband has gone missing.
Sure.
I'm sure.
I thought he was on some, recon work or something.
I thought so too, but I called his boss. No one's heard from him. They're gonna send some people out to look for him. He was supposed to be back yesterday.
By the end of the video, it ends up saying in bold red letters, Night 1. From just basic observation of the channel, there are videos that chronicle what is happening in this house up to night 20, and then there's other videos which seem to be more cryptic than anything, to me at least. Now, I don't have any working theories on this, but I would love to hear yours. I apologize for not going too in-depth on these channels, but that is a little bit on purpose, as I do want you to go out and watch these series for yourselves. I see you've made it to the end of the video, and for that I thank you. I once again apologize for the delay on this video. However, after this week I will be uploading once every 2 weeks, so keep that in mind. I also appreciate my last video doing pretty well, at least for my own standards. As I stated in the pinned comment on my last video, if we reach 300 subs before the end of the year, I will personally buy Schlats of milk. This was a challenge that my friends had put me up to, and for that I'll never forgive them. Although, I was the one that accepted the challenge. Anywho, thanks for watching. This has been Drowsy, and I hope you have a great rest of your night.